Okay. Hello, Marlon. How are you today? I hope you are doing fine. Alright, in this session, I will explain about grammar. However, I'll explain using video ya, because there is a connection problem and I cannot do online meeting using Zoom. But hopefully, after I explain this, you can directly do the exercise and send your answer to me. Okay, so in here you can open page 119. Okay, page 119, unit 5, the passive. Okay, in here we are going to learn about the passive in the present simple and past simple form. Alright, first of all, let's take a look here to the example. This is the example for affirmative sentence. TV is watched all over the world. Okay, and then for the negative, TV isn't watched all over the world. Okay, and then cars were made in this factory. Cars weren't made in this factory. So what's the difference between the first and the second line? You can see the difference from the usage of be. Okay, in here, the be or to be is in the form of simple present. However, for the second example, it's using be in the past form. I'd like to remind you again. So be or to be, we have it is, am, are. Is, am, are is the be for the present simple. And then for the past simple, it's not is, am, are, but it is was or were. This is the be for the past. Now, how to differentiate between the present and the past? Okay, you can see it from the time markers. For example, number 1, pizza was invented in Italy. Okay, in here, we use past simple was. Okay, to be in the past. This one, you can see again, we are using was. Why not were? Because the subject is singular. Pizza, singular thing. If it is pizzas with s, it must be using were. Okay, and why do we use the past form? It is because we talk about invention. It means if we talk about invention, we can directly refer to the past time, right? Because pizza was invented in the past, right? Now we can eat it because it was invented in the past. So we are using was instead of using is. Okay, now how if the time marker is every day? Every day it means a habit or routine. When we are talking about habit or routine, we refer to the present time. That's why the answer is are. Okay, for number 2, the answer is using are. Why? Because we refer to the present time every day. Every day, letters and postcards are sent around the world. Okay, now number three. Computers aren't or weren't used in schools 20 years ago. Okay, the time marker is 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, it means past, something that happened in the past. So which one should you use? Are or were? See again on this note. If in the past, you have to use were. Okay, so it should be weren't used. Okay, now cakes, blah blah blah, eaten all over the world. When we say this, we talk about a fact. We talk about fakta. Now, when we talk about a fact, we have to use present simple form. So the answer is cakes are eaten all over the world. Okay, so that's the difference between present simple and past simple. Now we are talking about the passive, but in the present continuous form. Oh yeah, before I continue, I want to emphasize again that when we talk about the passive, it means we talk about passive activity. Yeah. For example, TV is watched, TV ditonton, cars were made, mobil dibuat. So passive means D. Alright. Now let's continue to the present continuous passive. For the present continuous passive, the pattern is you have to add being. A new hotel is being built near the beach. This is for the affirmative. A new hotel isn't being built near the beach. Okay, the second one, the printer is being used now. The printer isn't being used now. Okay, as you can see here, we are using be in the present form. Why? Because we talk about present continuous. Okay, why don't we use am or are? Why we only use is? It depends on the subject. Look, a new hotel. It means only one. It means singular subject. Because it is singular, the to be must be in the singular form. However, let's take a look to this number. Photos. Photos are being taken of each class. Why do we use are, not is? Because the photo are plural. Photos with s. So it means it is plural form. So photos are being taken. If the photo is only one, we don't use are, but we use is. Photo is being taken. Okay, now you can do number 2 and 3 by yourself. Don't forget to take a look to the subject. Tickets, the children. And after that, don't forget to use verb 3. Take becomes taken. Sell becomes sold. Send becomes sent using T. Okay, please do number 2 and 3. Now, Unit 6, it's also about passive, but in the future form. Again, if simple future, we have to use will. You will be given lots of homework. Subject will be followed by verb 3. Okay, that's for the affirmative. For the negative, you won't be given lots of homework. Okay, for the question, you have to put will at the beginning. Will we be given lots of homework? The answer can be yes, we will, or no, we won't. Okay, remember for the passive future, you have to use will be followed by verb 3. Will be followed by verb 3. For the question, put will at the beginning and then subject be plus verb 3. For the list of the verb 3, you can see it at the back of your grammar book. Okay, now you can do this exercise number 2 until 4. You can pause the video first. After you're done, you can continue watching this video. Okay, now I will continue with the passive present perfect form. Okay, in here, present perfect, we have to use has, followed by been and verb 3. Okay, the kitchen has been cleaned. Dapur telah dibersihkan. So if present perfect, it means telah. And in here, the pattern is subject has been or have been followed by the verb 3. Okay, now when do we use has and when do we use have? Again, it depends on the subject. If the subject is he, she, it, he, she, and it, we have to use has been. But if the subject I, we, you, and they, you must use have been. Okay, remember this note. If the subject he, she, it use has been, I, we, you, they use have been. Okay, let's see the example. I lost my watch, but it has been found now. Okay, in here we use has been because the subject it. See again, the subject it use has been. And then you have to use the verb 3. What's the verb 3 of find? The verb 3 of find is found. Okay, number 2. The grass is very long. It, okay, this is not cut. The subject is it. So see again to this note, you have to use has been, right? However, this is negative sentence. So you have to put not. It hasn't been cut. The grass is very long. It hasn't been cut for a long time. Okay, Marlon. Now you can do number 3 and 4 by yourself. Okay. The next part is relative pronouns who and which. This is pretty much easy. Okay. So when should we use who? Who is used when we refer to a person. Edmund Hillary was an explorer. Okay, an explorer, it means it's a person. An explorer who climbed Mount Everest. But when we refer to a thing, Nepal is a country which lies between India and China. Okay, we refer to a country. Country is not a person, it's a thing. We have to use which. Okay. Next example, a compass is an instrument which shows you where north is. Instrument. This is a thing, so we have to use which. Now, please do number 2 and 3 by yourself. Okay, and then for that, we can use that for people and for things. Okay, yeah. So if who is used for a person, which is used for a thing, but that can be used for both person or things. Okay, now you can answer number 2 until 4 by yourself. Okay, Marlon. I think that's it for today. For the explanation about past perfect, we will do it next meeting. Okay, please do the exercise, and after you are done, please take a photo of your answer and I will give correction. Okay, Marlon. So that's it for today's meeting. See you on Thursday. On Thursday, we are going to have an online session again using Zoom. Okay, hopefully everything runs well so we can study by video conference Zoom. Okay, thank you Marlon for listening and watching this video. Good luck in doing the exercise. Bye bye.